Hi everyone! Hello guys! Sasarado ko muna ang pintuan. Hello guys! It's been a while. So for today's vlog guys, i-share ko sa inyo yung aming naging transition sa North Carolina. From Mississippi to North Carolina. So if you are interested in this vlog, stay tuned and I hope that you will continue to finish the entire video. Alright, so number one na naging struggle namin is yung moving services. It doesn't mean na yung struggle namin is nagkaroon kami ng problema sa moving services, but mahirap kasi maghanap ng moving services na reliable, lalo-lalo na dito sa US, di ba? Maraming scammers. So, mayroong kaming mga nakita ng mga moving services, however, they are very expensive. Kinukompute kasi nila yon based sa miles or layo ng iyong bahay papunta dun sa lilipatan. So, what we did was, we just hired a truck. Penske ang ginamit namin. Very good ang Penske when it comes to long distance travel or moving. And aside from that, nag-hire din kami ng mga tao na magpubuhat ng gamit namin papunta sa truck. So, yung quotation na binigay sa amin is very reasonable naman. We spend $700 for the truck, and then yung moving services na ginamit namin doon sa lugar or sa Hattiesburg, I think we just spend like less than 400. Mas nagustuhan kasi namin yung ganong setup dahil there are a lot of like moving companies na after nila i-render yung service nila at naka-move na kayo sa state na lilipatan nyo, ay meron sila mga hidden charges, which yun yung ang iniwasan namin na mangyari. Sa case namin guys, we have a friend. She was also very confident in driving long distance kasi mahilig sila mag-travel. Medyo magaan ang aming pakiramdam kasi alam namin na kilala namin yung drive. So, number 2, bago kami lumipat, inasikaso na namin yung aming titirahang apartment. We also processed na rin yung aming electricity. That way, when we arrived here in North Carolina, meron kaming kuryente, meron kaming tubig, at meron na kaming titirahan. So, if you have time, guys, mas maganda kung kayo ay, maka-visit muna dun sa inyong state na lilipatan. Kasi dun yung mararamdaman yung feeling kung yung nyo bang, yung feeling na para kayo doon sa state. Number 3 is we need to change the address in our bank, mobile app. Kung meron kayong mga mobile app, USPS, para lahat ng mga mails nyo na natanggap sa previous apartment nyo, makuha nyo pa rin sa inyong lilipatan na bagong state. Also, you need to change yung inyong address sa MyUSCIS account. If you haven't created yet, go ahead and mag-create na kayo ng account. It's very simple. Ang kailangan nyo lang talaga is yung alien number nyo and some information, and then meron na kayong account. Update nyo ng address kasi importante yon. If you are going to apply for a citizenship soon, it's much better na ang USCIS ay aware sa inyong mga lugar na napuntahan nyo o tinirahan nyo. Kung meron man ako nakalimutan, siguro idadagdag ko na lang dito. Kung meron man ako nakalimutan. So number 4 that I would like to tell you guys is yung pag-apply ng driver's license. So if you have a driver's license from a different state, a different state or a previous state na tinirahan nyo, kailangan nyo pa rin ng bagong driver's license. Kasi siyempre, bawat state may mga iba-iba yung mga protocols, right? I think after 2 weeks, na nakapag-set, na kami dito sa apartment, lahat nagawa na namin, na unpack na namin yung mga boxes, na ayos na namin yung apartment. We already went to the nearest DMV office. Pinrases na namin yung aming driver's license. Mabilis lang naman dito sa North Carolina, parang pumila ako ng 4:30, pinapasok ako ng 7 o'clock, mga 8 o'clock, tapos na ako. So moving to number 5, na kailangan nyo ring asikasuhin yung inyong registration at plate. So bakit importante yon? Kasi syempre, we are immigrants here in the US. So if we are not citizen, we need to abide the law and regulations of each state. So may maririnig kayo, may mga ibang mga tao na hindi sila nagpapalit ng license plate at hindi sila nagpaparegister ng sasakyan. They are still using the old plates that they have in their previous state. Hindi natin kailangan i-follow yon. Dahil nga tayo immigrant and then we are meron tayong plano na mag-apply for citizenship, kailangan nating sumunod sa laws and regulations ng state or ng buong US. Good thing dito sa US, pag kumuha ka ng plate at nagpa-register ka ng sasakyan, napakabilis lang, para kang bumibili ng candy sa tindahan. Parang less than 30 minutes, meron ka ng license plate. Maganda dito sa area namin kasi napakabait. Kahit matatanda sila, ang babait nila. So far, they are very hospitable. You can still feel the southern hospitality, ika nga. So number 6, if you are a registered nurse, you need to work on with your license endorsement. If you are holding a multi-state license or if your state is part of the compact state, medyo madali na lang yung process ng inyong endorsement. Hindi na kayo masyadong hihinga ng mga kung ano-anong reports. So if I have the time to discuss paano ba mag-endorse ng license dito sa North Carolina, I will make it in a separate vlog. That way, medyo alam niyo yun, mas maganda yung explanation ko. But so far, when it comes to the license endorsement, I just started working on with my license endorsement nearly 3 weeks ago. Mabilis lang naging process, bayad na lang ng mga fees, present mo lang yung college TOR mo, diploma, i-avail mo lang yung services from nurses na kailangan mong i-verify yung original license at yung current license. Siyempre, kailangan mo din mag-undergo ng criminal background check, which is very important. And that's pretty much it. After we submitted all the documents or all the requirements that they needed for the license endorsement, we already received our current license sa North Carolina. Good thing with the Board of Nursing in North Carolina, hindi sila very strict. As long as you are part of the compact state. Alam niyo yon, pagka compact state kasi medyo dun sa una yung license endorsement, medyo rigid na yung process. So medyo less hassle na siya pag nag-endorse kayo to another compact state. Siyempre, yung mga struggles namin, alam niyo na yung mga bayarin. So when you move to a different state, make sure that you have good savings, enough savings to cover the 1 month or 2 months nyong gastusin sa state na lilipatan ninyo. Kasi may mga ibang hospitals naman like ours that offered relocation allowance, but they usually give the allowances after 30 days pagka-start mo sa work. So, mas maganda na rin yung meron kayong tabing pera bago kayo mag-move ng another state. Make sure na wala din kayong mga utang or hindi kayo nag-buy out ng contract para mas makaipon kayo ng mas marami. Kasi syempre, kung meron kayong binabayarang contract from sa inyong previous company, medyo mahirap, magiging struggle yun para sa inyo. So, that's pretty much it, guys. Yun lang yung aking isi-share sa inyo. If I have time, mag-apartment tour tayo dito sa apartment namin sa North Carolina. Medyo maganda kasing apartment and hindi siya yung katulad ng mga previous apartments na natirahan namin. And we are really blessed na nakita namin itong apartment na ito. I hope that this vlog na may natutunan kayo sa vlog na ito. Medyo matagal yung aking pag-post kaya medyo na-busy tayo sa work. Medyo na-busy tayo rather sa pag-aasikaso ng bahay at ng bata habang si Mrs. ay nag-i-start na mag-work. And I will update you. I will be working soon. And I will share to you guys yung aking experiences sa aking bagong hospital. So, that's all for today's vlog. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down the section below. And if you have any suggestions when it comes to my contents, please do so. So that's all guys. And syempre hindi mawawala ang ating verse for this vlog. So yun na guys, thank you. I am already almost 1,000k subscribers and continue to support me, okay? Peace y'all, peace. Have a blessed day everyone, peace.